Hades 12 is salvation offered to children who have died too early, by whom is salvation offered to children who are in limbo, since we must uphold what affirms Vatican II in Gaudium Spes 22:5, that salvation will be offered to every man and every man without exception. Obviously, for salvation to be offered to children, they must be able to respond to it by a conscious act. This is why current theologians say to themselves that in this passage of death, their soul will necessarily grow, will develop, will be educated until they arrive at the age of reason, who can offer them salvation. Obviously, their adoptive parents, their godfathers, godmothers, who take care of them during this passage, it's true, it's their role. They talk to them about it, but at some point, this salvation must be offered to them explicitly by Christ, who appears to them in all his glory, accompanied by the Virgin Mary, saints, and angels. There is no other solution, since the very standard of salvation, the image of salvation, is Jesus Christ, God made man. So if they received beforehand a teaching that nourishes their intelligence and their heart, when the moment has come when Christ appeared to them, they see the gospel with their own eyes, and then according to what they will be indeed during their time of Sheol, of limbo, they will choose him or they will reject him. Little Thérèsa used it to say, a little child cannot be damned, but they are no longer little children. They have grown up. They are of the age of reason, and so they can theoretically refuse this salvation. Obviously, one can imagine that because they have been well brought up by people who come from heaven. Very few will turn to the solitary freedom of Lucifer, but theoretically nothing prevents some from doing so. It is the mystery of freedom. There are people for whom a humble and loving God it is despicable, while to choose oneself in hell, what one does freedom, the good and the bad, to choose all, to be like a God, it is for them the exaltation, and this is why, consequently, because this choice must be free, we must admit that if Christ appears to them in his glory at a given moment, Lucifer too, in his nobility, in the dignity of his alternative project, appears to them, they must be confronted with the antichrist, because it is themselves carried by the grace of God, obviously, but attracted by the false grace of Lucifer. They will termine themselves. Someone who chooses hell stays there forever because he doesn't want to change. Nothing will change it. The lack of meaning in life, a lucky life, the rage to see people in paradise, nothing can change it. If he changed it, we can imagine that God would immediately forgive him. The freedom is so strong at the time of the vision of Christ and Lucifer that no new motive can change this choice. Someone who is in paradise, he never leaves it for the same reason, but also because it is the beatitude to see God face to face. And who will flee the beatitude? Nobody.